The Reds score 3 against Burnley and our right back suffers a setback. And just when we thought our midfielder was mended, it seems his sick note will be extended. In FPL, I need just a little bit more if I want to improve my score. The good, the bad and the ugly at Liverpool FC for the EPL and FPL Gameweek number 24. Brought to you by the LFC File. Roll the intro, Jürgen. Welcome back, one and all, and thanks for joining for the latest episode of the Good, the Bad and the Ugly podcast at Liverpool FC for Game Week 24. And it's going to be a brief one this week. As you can hear, my voice is a tad on the hoarse side, so I need to preserve it. Well, some would say carry on, I'm sure. But for me personally, I'd like to hang on to it for a little bit longer. So that said, thanks for stopping by again. And please like, subscribe, press the notification bell and share with your friends and family. And let's continue to grow the community. So without further ado, let's get into it with the good. And the good this week is certainly the 3-1 win over Burnley at Anfield in front of a new record crowd, which was, I believe, 59,896. So well done Liverpool. And after a long time, the new stand is almost at full capacity. So that was good to see after a very long, hard slog. Goes without saying, 3 very, very valuable points for Liverpool against, as always, under Vincent Kompany, a very tough Burnley side, despite their position in the league. They're by no means a pushover. So yeah, great result for the boys, still on top. There was a goal from Diogo Jota to start with, which is good because he's in my fantasy football team. So that was on the half-hour mark, and then what's his name, John O'Shea, the Man United reject, equalised just on the stroke of half-time. So it was level at the break. But then in the second half, following the introduction of one Harvey Elliott, he got 1 assist for Diaz scored the second one. Sorry, that was a header. And then Harvey Elliott set up Nunes for the third goal to kill the game off. I think that was in about the 80th minute. So very good display from the team. They really had to grind a result out. Unfortunately, we lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, but we'll come on to that shortly. I've got the Liverpool FC official X account where they've got their headline 3 points in front of a new league record attendance at Anfield. So, yeah, 3 valuable points. Liverpool now on 54 points, 2 points clear of Man City. Arsenal as well beat West Ham, I think 6-1 or 6-0 very convincingly. So they're joint with City on 52. Liverpool 2 points ahead and absolutely cannot afford to lose a game between now and the rest of the season. A lot of football to be played. So yeah, let's see. It's a very interesting one. I think, as for the last few years, it's probably going to be out of Liverpool and Man City. So I hope the Reds can keep pace, or shall I say, keep up the pace. Get it right. And that brings us swiftly on to this week's The Bad. And for the bad this week, we have, the recurrence of Trent Alexander-Arnold's recent knee injury that forced him out of the game at half-time on Saturday. Curtis Jones stepped into the right-back role and done very well, actually, to be fair, considering it's a position that I don't know if he's never played it before ever in his life, but certainly not in the first team for Liverpool. So. And according to Klopp in the post-match, I think he must have stubbed his foot or something in the grass and must have jarred his knee, I suppose. And I've got the Echo here with their headline: Jurgen Klopp confirms Trent Alexander-Arnold injury tests as Liverpool face anxious wait. and certainly an anxious wait it's going to be. Hopefully, Joe Gomez will recover from his illness that kept him out at the weekend, to be able to fill in at right back, where he has done very well this season, in other positions as well. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, this is some choppy waters that we can successfully navigate while young Trent is injured, and possibly if Connor Bradley needs a bit more time. And that brings us on to the ugly this week, which is not really ugly. I mean, it's either it's out of that or incredulity, if there is such a word. But this for the ugly this week is going to be it's not a recurrence, it's a further injury suffered from midfielder Thiago Alcantara. So I've got an ex-post from Anything Anfield here, where they say Thiago has picked up a new injury, according to multiple sources. And as we know, he came on as a substitute against Arsenal, and it seems as if he's picked up a new injury now, which will probably keep him out. It seems as if it's going to be a while, and maybe that could potentially be his last game for Liverpool, as his contract runs out at the end of the season. As we know, that's his first game actually this season. He missed the end of last season with a hip complaint, which needed surgery. And it's not great. I've got a picture of Thiago here on the treatment table. As you can see, we're taking especially good care of him and being extra careful. So yeah, great shame. Very good player, but I think he's unfortunately he's a liability really. And let's see what happens with his contract. Joel Matip, it looks as if he's going to get his contract extended, it seems. Has Thiago Alcantara earned that? Don't know. Let me know in the comments. Personally, I'd say not, but maybe I can be convinced otherwise. We move on. And before wrapping up today, I've got the FC Bumpy Grastard fantasy football team update for this week. So I've got 56 points, which is just one above the average of 55, so not the best score in the world. Cole Palmer is yet to play tonight. Chelsea will play Crystal Palace, but I'm not sure. I think Chelsea are away, so it's going to be even more tricky. But Palmer's a good player. I don't see him getting a hat-trick or anything. Touch wood, pray. But I doubt it. Standout performers, Diogo Jota scored, so he got me 14 points. Who else is there? Yeah, Saka as well got, what's that? If my eyes fail me, 15, as I check my iPad here, 15. Not a great score all round. I'm thinking I might have to play the wild card this week, and maybe bring in Haaland and one or two others. It's a double game week for week 25. So Liverpool are playing twice, as are Man City and as are Luton. So I'm going to have to see, maybe it's a week to play the old wild card and see what I can do. It's probably a good chance to have a refresh of the team as we go into the closing stages of the season. League-wise, for the Düsseldorf Super League, still languishing in 8th place. My previous optimism seems to have just left and hasn't shut the door behind it. It's going to be a monumental effort to keep up with these guys. Let's see what the rest of the season brings. 1 point less than the team above, Barabus 11, changed name, actually got a monumental score last week. I think it was over 100 points. I think it was one of the high scoring weeks anyway last week. Just sadly I wasn't among them. Still in 8th place in the Düsseldorf Super League. And in the League of Kings, disguised as 20859663, Yeah, for the moment I've fallen a couple of places. Now on 1,182 points. As the game runs, not ideal. Some 38 points off Kitman All Stars. Yes, it looks as if I, like the rest of the world, I'm going to have to draft in Mr. Erling Haaland as captain for the next couple of games. But let's see, Liverpool play Brentford and I can't remember who the next team is. So yeah, there's a chance that I could still get back in. I'm maybe keeping Diogo as captain. I don't know. It's a tricky one. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I'll draw a line under that now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, brings us to the end of this episode. I'm going to wrap it up there and go and get myself a cup of tea and a restful voice. Yeah, thanks very much for stopping by. As always, remember to like and subscribe if the content floats your boat. And of course, you can follow the blog, which is on Facebook, Instagram, and X. So, X, if my voice comes out. So, until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves. Hopefully, I'll be in better fettle in time for the next episode. So, yeah, until then, be good, take care, and I'll see you soon. Your NFC file.